All right, welcome back to the Xmas special. If you're joining around Christmas, Merry Christmas. This is when I've released the series. If you're watching this later, welcome. But glad you could join us, but you're missing out. You should have watched this at Christmas. It may happen again next year if I'm still alive. Who knows? Maybe someone else will continue on the tradition I start. That'd be funny. Be nice. All right, so we've got a little bit of funds stacked up now. I did add a couple ships too off camera, more miners. So we should have miners now all over pretty much. We got a couple moving if they're not already here in Grand Exchange 1 by our station. Working on the economy over there for the Talati. And then I think we've got our pilot still chilling there. We're actually trying to save up money. Because I need to get... I need a couple things. First, I need a troop transport of some sort of large ship. Preferably. Maybe a medium class hauler or another like medium class I guess let's see if what they call the frigate. Not an Osprey. I would prefer something better than an Osprey. A Falx or a Cerberus would be nice. But you can't sometimes you can't choose what happened, like what you get. And it looks like we are flying into this sector here. Let's go ahead and throw down an advanced satellite.
Entering Jupiter.
Yeah, and I did break the wing that was just going on. This ship is just not fast enough to keep up with us. And I don't think we have like an amazing pilot or crew. Yeah, Marta Green seems pretty slack. Like she's just slacking.
We found something out here.
Collect the lockbox. Just go ahead and collect it. That's fine. Yeah, so I am gonna take... I think I'll fly this wingmate independently over here. We'll just have him over in the same sector.
Ukri.
Okay, so a little bit of
Beautiful,
things...
isn't it? Solid piece, I mean. I hope we can keep it that way.
Alright, I don't know what she said. Anyway, what I did notice, if you're in a wing, it changes the movement pattern of your ship. So when you're collecting lockboxes and things, your pilot freaks out. And guess what happens? You blow up the lockboxes. That's what happens, and you don't get loot. So...
Hold.
Can I help? Goodbye.
I think I took hull damage there, actually. Yeah, that's not great. Hold up. Hold up, lady. Emergency repairs. I don't have my next ship yet. Alright, so we're gonna break. Off rip. And just do the deed. Hopefully this goes fairly fast, because we actually have crew to heal it as well. But, there was a way to, like, lock my laser into firing, and then I could manage the map. Nope, it's not doing that. Anyway, I might just have everyone watch this for once. The last time I did this, I skipped through it. I cut it out, but that was with, like... I think we had to repair, like, 80% of the ship hull. I think it was literally 4 minutes. I was just sitting here with, like, this pressed down. Self-repairing. That was actually terrible. This isn't going too slow, so I'm fine with this. People can deal with this mess. And we'll get our wingmate in the system, and then... No? You don't want to let me in?
Docking granted.
Also, it's Shift D to dock. I've been... Pressing Control D gets you out of your seat, but Shift D docks to ships. That's why I was having such issues. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and continue on with laying down that advanced satellite again. Since it seems to completely interrupt what you're doing, and then blowing up lockboxes. I don't know if you've noticed, we haven't gotten more morale. We really haven't shot that many more ships.
Can I help?
But let's go ahead and get what inventory we can and check out what we got. Yeah. So let's check our inventory. Got a fair number of processors. Still haven't got another Singularity engine. But I'm not really too turned off from selling the one we had, considering it was that engine that allowed us to get our mining fleet already started. So let's see here. Delilah, sorry.
And here we are. You just have to know what to watch out for. A civilian transport logged an unidentified vessel, creeping about at the edges of the sector, refusing to answer when being asked for directions. There's no mention of a patrol encounter, so that ship might still be out there. Judging by the log trajectory, we may be able to make a strike in the next sector. That's a lead. Let's move.
Alright, well, am I gonna need another advanced satellite? How many of these do I need?
Interesting. We're getting dangerously close to Sagaris Pioneers' territory. They're spread thin and rely on Terran trade. That makes them especially vulnerable to these pirate raids. If I were a shadowy nemesis that wanted to strike the Protectorate where it's weakest, Pioneers' space is where I'd begin.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and buy another 2 advanced satellites. And we'll just get that on order, and then we're gonna go ahead and look at some of the shipyard options while we wait and move our other fighter into the next system in case we get jumped. Let's see. Looks like we're about to make a lot of money too. Yeah, 200,000 in credits from our miners alone. That's pretty cool. So let's check out the wharf. Medium ships now. So we have a couple options here. You've got the Katana. Is a pretty good gunboat. Doesn't have a lot of crew though. Or sorry, Corvette. You got the Jian, which has a larger crew, which is a gunboat, sorry. And then you have the frigate, which does have a decent assault crew size. So this would be 2.5 mil, and to kind of get a base frigate, I'm thinking we want something like this design. Those are really expensive. That's 4 million, 4,000 thousands, or 4.7 thousand thousands. This is 700,000. Yeah, some of these weapons are extremely expensive. And this thing can get a fair number of pulse lasers. Would not be having this very quick. So here's your thing too. You can use pulse or bolt. Beam is really good if you have a lot of ships with beams. It is not good if you have one ship with beams. That's all I'm going to say, but you have very good accuracy with beam. Range is a little lacking typically, but yeah, and you can see kind of the damage here. So like bolt seems like it's probably going to do the most damage if we get lined up or against heavy targets, which are more stationary or stations. So I think I'm going to go with that. Then we would definitely want some of the better equipment just equipped to it. So our first iteration of this would be
Requesting permission to dock.
something
Docking
like
permission granted.
whatever the cost is going to be for this here. Crew, we're going to get a captain. We're going to want three service members, and we could get 20 Marines. And then black paint. If that's available, that's all we'd want. Starter medium build. Cheap. I don't know what I had there, but we'll name this the Xmas starter. And what we're looking at is 3.5 million as our funding goal. We're at 1 million. So we'll go ahead and cancel that. Looks like we've probably already upgraded, and I did not set our next mission. So let's go ahead and do that. Get the Kukri. And right on this advanced satellite. I'm gonna move it more towards the actual, like, well, maybe I can
Awaiting
put it up
orders.
here too, and it would be fine. If I throw it here, we're in a much better position. And our Osprey is in position over here. We can start jumping some of these ships. I don't think we have a lot of Marines though. Yeah, so we only have 13 Marines. So we definitely would love to have a Falks first, but I could make that 13 work. It's just it limits our targets. Some of the bigger vessels that have like hundreds and hundreds of defensive forces are just going to absolutely shred us. And we'd have to go get replacement Marines for those boarding operations. Not that they would get away. It's just it would take an extreme amount of time. I'll show that in probably... It's going to be soon. It's going to be within an hour. We'll start a boarding operation. Or at least in probably less footage. Yeah, we do also need to look at the market as well. Just to see, as demand has gone up. Yeah, it looks like we are keeping up with the silicone. Or we can get another ore miner here and be pretty safe. Let's see how ice is looking. Ice is stagnant, so that means all these ships for the Terrans themselves seem to be mining ice or silicone. And gas. It looks like there's a lot of gas miners there.
Entering Saturn 1.
Alright. Then we have another miner moving in a position. That one looks like it's heading to a different sector. Gaian Prophecy. We need to throw down a resource probe in here. We have visual on a silicon carbide plant, but we don't know what resources are in the sector itself. Oh, what do we got here? Time compression. Somehow we got 1% research done, even though I don't think we have any of the materials provided to him. Alright, we should be spitting out a satellite.
No hits. That's somewhat unexpected. No, there's something here. A faint signal my team can't quite pinpoint. I believe a more in-depth search is in order.
Alright, so now that we have to use the long-range scanner, I'm gonna have to manually do this. It's unfortunate. But, so shift 3, angle it back into the system.
That produced a result at least. If you keep this up, you'll be able to narrow down the signal's origin. Move towards the new search area and try again.
New search area. Am I heading to it? Alright. Yeah, so we're still in it. We should have been fine. Anyway, I was a little early. Alright, there we go.
It's getting clearer.
Yeah, so we got unknown objects all around. We did pop up a defense station that somehow we've not run across, I guess. I don't know, that's weird. We'll go ahead and have our Velvet Thunder buddy fly over here. And the kukri, I probably can scan. There we go, that was actually a good one. Wildly different.
Great. Keep it up.
A lot of not fighting right now. I'm not really sold on that. It's pretty much like counter to my existence. First, like, they've got me flying, and I'm not fighting. These are all things I do not like doing. So, this goes back to my episode 1 comments.
We've almost got it.
Do we, though? I feel like it was said to me before. Gonna be a wormhole or something weird. Also, only having a third of the funds I need is kind of disappointing. And by the time I get enough, it'll probably be 4 million. For something that was 3.5. Alright, so we're in the circle. Is it ahead of me, or is it... What am I looking for?
There we go. I'll assign a local patrol to assist you right away. These pirates won't ambush us this time.
Okay. So... Good thing I brought my fighter, maybe?
Awaiting orders.
Now we're gonna assign you an attack command. You are now commander of our Alpha Wing.
Joining squad.
And then join us. I'm actually getting off the
Upgrade.
chair.
Sir.
Yep. Gemma Brockhurst. Don't lose the ship. Don't scratch the paint, and we'll be good. We'll be good, lady. That'll be good work. Alright, let's go ahead and get some visuals on what we're doing here. Get outside. I guess
Wreck.
that's the wreck we're looking at. That's our wingmate coming in. And I guess while we wait for our piranhas, let's go ahead and get some more miners. Because I'm gonna modify, that's what I'm gonna do. That way I don't have to do this with my ship. I can stop being dumb about it. We're gonna go ahead and do Terran Min preset. Rather than just having a satellite, all our presets now will have a resource probe. I might give them a marine too. Just in case they find ships, they could capture them. Either survivability for the crew. Nah, I'd give them survivability. We're gonna go ahead and update this. We're gonna add that to the queue. 300,000 now. Ooh, that's a lot of money. We're gonna make one, and we're gonna add in into that system to get ore immediately. That's pretty much all I've been doing off screen while traveling between these places. It hasn't really been that much time, I don't think, in the grand scheme of things. I think I can say, yeah, so 2 hours on the, no, is it 6 hours? So it's 6 hours played time. We've already got like 5 million in assets. That's not too bad. Ooh, the Talati company isn't completely negative because of our ore trades. Nice. That's a win. Yeah. If all these go through, we're back at 1 million. Which is also a nice figure to be at. I do have to turn off the notifications for that. Overwhelm.
Your escort is ready and eager for a fight.
Alright. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna get jumped. Just like the beginning.
Sir Plasma Vents, goodbye.
Hey, didn't mean to remove all the orders. I don't wanna attack all sorts of random things first. I wanna attack enemy fighters. Guess we're level with it. Ah, here we go.
Xenon.
I may take
Dispatch level
command.
operative.
I think I'm taking command. She's not doing evasive maneuvers. We're gonna fly around the rock here.
Awaiting orders.
Boost. Alright.
In.
Let's get some shots. We're gonna reduce the number of these
Awaiting
ships.
orders.
And then we're gonna give her back command.
Xenon
That was
spotted.
more ships than I was expecting, for sure. Alright.
Awaiting
We're giving her
orders.
back the command. We're kind of a sitting duck. Make sure.
Sir.
Alright, maybe she already got it. God, I need a bigger ship. It's killing me. I need a bigger ship. So I can just walk up on ambushes. I should
I'd
normally,
love to
I would
take
have
the
a
time to
medium
commend you
ship.
for your
I would have been
bravery,
fine.
operative, but I'm afraid you'll have to continue on your quest right away. A local trader just sent out a distress
Maybe-
signal, and the pattern matches that of an earlier pirate attack. We're close to apprehending these intruders.
Yeah, we can't be popping pirate ambushes with freaking fighter aircraft. This ain't working. Maybe we move you to just defend. So you auto attack from now on. And we'll call that Delta Squadron. But you are also going to go collect drops first. So everyone is collecting drops. That was a wild event to just randomly
Okay.
appear on me. We should have a reminder done too. The way I tell the minerals, I always change the name. Sometimes I used to put the system they were in, but then I realized I can just look at the location. And that's usually good enough. So you can do that. It is nice and it's functional and it's cool to do, but it's not necessary. And we want asteroid belt. Alright. And then...
Can I help?
Yep. Give me all your stuff, lady. I can also sell this ship for something like... I think it's 800,000 credits. So if we got close to 3 mil and our rate of increase wasn't very fast, that is another option. And our cookery here. Can we not pick up? Oh, it's missiles. We're probably full. What does she want me to do over here? That's the bigger question. Damage high-tech trader. Another one, maybe?
Ukri.
That would be pretty wild. Ship hole did survive the fight. What do we have in money in our inventory now? I think that's probably the big question, right? So we did actually get an extended fuel oh, we have several now. Nice. We can make some bombs, I think. Basic shield generator coil, some more AGI gear. Not another engine though, guys. See that? That's the big problem. I don't know what these are. These are new. Non-human symbols verified as extraterrestrial origin. A verified extraterrestrial origin. Source civilization remains unknown, but the inscriptions of our interest to intelligence agencies. Comparative analysis has occasionally enabled breakthroughs in alien cipher systems, offering strategic advantages in counterintelligence. Just an item. The only thing they could possibly be used for is either upgrades, crafting, or selling. Oh, I didn't even look at the value. 300,000. That's actually... That's $1 million if I combine that with the ship, the wing ship, mate. What if I sold this ship? That's the other question. If I sold this ship, how much money do I get?
Entering Uranus.
Alright, we're at the next system over. We do have a lockbox here, that's pretty cool. Could go loot it. It looks like we do have an escort. We lost a lot of fighters though. Not great. That bodes very well for us for the future. Yeah, I don't know if there's like some boss or anything after the end of this. I really need to be very careful here. Because if there is like a bigger, like more healthy fight, more vigorous opponent, I should say, I'm gonna need a bigger ship. I'm not gonna put massively expensive upgrades on a little fighter. This is not gonna happen.
Ukri.
Alright. Do we see a fighter, freighter, anything? Probably not. Alright. Shift 3.
My ship is being scanned.
Oh, that's not good. She might have some illegal stuff.
Awaiting orders.
Comply with them. Don't get attacked by the police. What are we dealing with? What is... I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing what we need. What is this? There's something blue here. I don't know if blue... I keep getting distracted by the blue things. I would think that would, not be the target. Like, how far away is that ping? Where's the question mark? Is it in this? Alright, let's turn around. Whip it. There it is.
Seems you've arrived just in time. The reports are piling up in Pioneer's territory, as we feared.
I'm probably bailing on this and letting the pilot fly it.
Ukri.
Sir?
Let's proceed with our orders. Ah, damn. I pressed the wrong button. That'll work just as well.
Ukri.
There it is. Another bait ship. And our fighter's just hanging around in the back there. It looks like... It's at the normal level for the sector. Yeah, they want us to scan it. Means I do have to have control.
Okinawa.
An Okinawa that's been attacked. That's rough. Alright. They're gonna jump me like immediately or something. Looks like I don't see... Oh, that's what I have to do. It wants me to actually scan it like I'm boarding. That's what it meant. Alright, so we'll go ahead and scan it.
How odd. The trader reports that she was ordered to drop her cargo, but that nothing of value ended up being stolen. Only a small amount of foodstuffs. However, there's no time to dwell on that right now. This is as far as I can safely communicate with you, Operative. From here on out, you're on your own.
Nice. Prevent the next Yaki attack. Well,
Aha! Now that the venerable Terran individual has terminated communications, I can finally share my insights with my valued assistant. I do so fancy a scientific investigation.
We found nothing. You can go.
wait, what scientific evaluations, sir? He did not continue with the context. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and park it here, and I'll stop this episode and meet up at the next event. Anyway, thanks for watching. Merry Xmas if you're joining us at Christmas. And overall. Anyway, have a good day.